Everyone, my name is Anay Abhijit Joshi and I am going to present the project 1 for the user interface class. Let's get started. Let's open Safari. My project has been hosted on fitnessspectrum.netlify.app. I hosted it using Netlify, so let's access this publicly hosted URL. As you can see, there is a very nice, simple, intuitive UI. I gave the customization features of dark theme, light theme. So let's say I want to access the dark mode. Here is my dark mode. I want to go back to my light mode. Here is the light mode. If the user wants to see the GitHub repository or the source code, you can just click on this and it will take you to my GitHub repository. Let me explain you the code structure real quick. If you go to source folder, there will be app.svelte, app.css, and there is a nice folder which is svelte components, which will have all the components into it. That is all the activities. So you can refer this folder as children. It has all the children components, child components, and this will have app.svelte, which is the parent component. The user can also access the demo video for how to operate this app by just clicking on this thing button and it will open a YouTube link. So as you can see, currently the code is being set to health is not about the weight you lose but the life you gain. If I just refresh it once, it will get updated. So the user will also learn the new codes related to health. That seems so cool. Let's say I am Jerry. Enter my password. Let's create one. I will say login. It will say error logging in. Please try again. Invalid login credentials or create an account if new user. What to do? As you can see, I am a new user, so I need to create an account. Perfect. Let's go and do that. Create an account. Sign up now. It says success. Your account has been created. Please log in again with valid credentials. Let's do that. Before I do that, let me show you one more quick thing. So if I say create an account and I'm Jerry, sign up now, it will say user already exists because the password and username is same. Let's say please log in. So let's go back. Sign up now, login window, login now. Welcome back, Jerry. This is the welcome message. First thing it will ask, hi Jerry, what specific skill would you like to focus on improving today? Let's say today I want to focus on coding. We'll say okay. As you can see, it says September 23rd, time is 9:08. As you can see, September 23rd, time is 9:08 p.m. This thing has been satisfied and all the requirements of this project have been satisfied. So feel free to let me know if there is anything else because I have a short time of 5 minutes. So as you can see, you can go on dark mode if you want to and you can fetch this data. I don't want to go to dark mode. I like light mode. Pick the dates. So I'm going to go in the reverse format. In that way, we'll be able to fetch the data. Let's say I want to go to 5th. I say fetch previous data entry. It will say no data found. You haven't logged in any activity. Please fill in your details to get started. Perfect. Now let's get started. Assuming today is 5th of September. Jerry's moods and feelings. How would you describe your overall mood today, Jerry? Let's say Jerry is optimistic today and uninspired. And as you can see, one more thing that I did in this is like I added the hovering effect, which is really cool because it gives you a 3D effect. Choose file, image of the day. Let's get this one. Goals targets, time spent on coding by Jerry, 5 hours. If you want, Jerry can change it, but Jerry wants to keep it the same. Jerry's yoga stretching duration, you can change it this way, or you can just change it this way, or you can just enter it back to 100 minutes. Jerry's body duration goal in liters. Wow, 4. So Jerry drinks 4 liters of water. That's his goal. Track your water hydration for today. Jerry had 3 liters of water today. End of the day thoughts. To make it simple as for you and me to collect what we entered, I am going to enter the date. September 5, 2024. Coding. Hours dedicated to coding today. Let's say Jerry did 1 hour of coding. Did Jerry get time to do some yoga today? Of course, yes. He did some yoga, stretching, which was for 55 minutes, almost an hour. fruit intake. You can choose whatever fruits you like, but let's assume that Jerry is like me. He doesn't like fruits at all, and I never have fruits, so let's just remove all the fruits. Add new activity request. Yes, Jerry wants to add a new activity. What activity does Jerry want? Jerry wants swimming. So before I press this, let me show you this. So if I say yes, and if I keep it blank, I say submit new request. Even if I press it, nothing will happen, and it will be in default no mode. So now Jerry sways swimming. I say submit new activity request. It says thanks for my patience. That is Jerry's patience. Your add new activity request has been sent to the customer service team. Your account will be updated soon with the new activity swimming. That's so cool. Do you want to remove an activity? Same thing. If I try to keep it blank and remove, nothing will happen. Let's say Jerry wants to remove yoga. And Jerry says submit. It will say verification pending, customer service team has been notified, account will be updated soon, thanks for the patience. Perfect. The reason I did it this way, because in corporate world, whenever one wants to have access to something, that is, let's say I want to have an access to my database or something, I need to submit a ticket. Then the IT team or any relevant team will go back and approve it and do all the things. I implemented the same logic which we follow in the corporate world. If you have any questions, feel free to refer to the documentation which will be available in the GitHub repository. So as you can see, currently it's all blank. I will say submit. It says success, journal saved for this September 5th, which we assumed is today. And that is perfect. We got the data, we got all other details. So let me clarify it. The time spent on coding was 5 hours, which was Jerry's goal. And Jerry did 1 hour of coding. So 1 by 5, which is 0.2, that is 20%. So it does everything perfectly. Now let's just go back and try to get a new date. Let's just go and say 15. Let's just take a multiple of 15. I say fetch previous data entry. Perfect. It says no activity logged for 15th. Fill in the details. Now let's assume today is 15th. How would you describe your overall mood today, Jerry? Let's say today's Jerry's mood is serene and irritated. Then image of the day, time spent on coding, Jerry's body hydration. Let's say today Jerry had only 4 liters. He satisfied his goal. End of the day thoughts. Hello, date. I think we chose 15 September as today. And hours dedicated to coding today by Jerry was, let's say, 2. Did you manage to fit in some yoga today? Yes, Jerry did some yoga. This time he did it for 50 minutes. Let's do 40 minutes so that it will be easier to remember. First we chose 55 minutes for 5th, and today we chose 40 minutes. Fruits. Jerry is like me, he doesn't like fruits, but if he wants he can add, but because I'm operating it, I'm not going to add it. Add new activity request. Do you want to log any other activity? Last time we added swimming here and yoga here, just to keep it simple and for easy to remember for you and me, that it satisfies all the requirements. I'm going to add the course names here. Add new activity request. I want to add automata course. That's my activity. Remove activity. Let's just take any class. Let's just say I want to remove data structures. I will say submit removal. Perfect. Corporate world logic followed. I will say now submit, and it will update accordingly. All data will be fetched. There will be a nice donut graph. That seems perfect. Let's just go back and let's just try to change the date and take today's date, which is 23rd. Before I do that, let me show you another nice feature here. Even if I refresh it, I go back, and if I enter my website again, it will not lose my data. So I will say login, welcome back Jerry. What specific skill? Jerry is a very good coder. He wants to focus on coding. It says welcome Jerry, September 23rd, time is 9:15. 9:15 just changed to 9:16 as you saw because it's 48 seconds. Pick the date. Let's go with today's date, September 23rd. If I try to fetch the data, we did not enter anything, so it will fetch nothing. I will ask, how would you describe your overall mood today, Jerry? I will say Jerry is joyful, melancholic, and curious. I go down, image of the day. Never mind, I don't want to upload any image. Track your water hydration for today. Let's say Jerry had just 2 liters of water today. End of the day thoughts. Hello. Date. Today's date is September 23rd, 2024, which is a Monday. I go down. Coding progress tracker. Let's say Jerry did 3 hours of coding out of 5, which is his goal. Did you manage to fit in some yoga? Of course, yes. Jerry did some yoga or stretching. Let's say Jerry did it for 30 minutes. For 5th September, we chose 55 minutes. Then for 15th, we chose 40 minutes. And now we are choosing 30. Fruits, nope. Jerry doesn't like fruits. If you want, you can, but Jerry doesn't like fruits. Add new activity request. This time, let's just keep, no, Jerry doesn't want to add anything new. Do you want to remove? No. Let's just update this. Success journal saved for 23rd. All data has been uploaded correctly. The average mean, everything is being done. You can see the graph and all these things. Let's just go up now and let's just turn on the dark mode. Let's go on dark mode. Perfect. Now we will retrieve all the data for 5th of September. Let's go back. I will say fetch previous entry. Great, your data entry for September 5th has been loaded because we entered the data earlier. So Jerry was optimistic and uninspired on 5th of September as we entered it on that day. These were the goals. The body hydration level which Jerry chose was 3 liters. September 5, perfect. And then the coding hours was 1. As I explained earlier, 1 upon 5, 0.2, it will be 20%. How long did you practice yoga today? It was 55 minutes of yoga. And swimming and yoga, the requests and everything, as I said before. That's so cool. Let's just try to fetch a data entry for the 15th one. Fetch data entry. Great. Your data entry for 15th September has been loaded. How would you describe your overall mood today, Jerry? He was serene, irritated. That's perfect. These options are not clicked, so data is getting fetched correctly. Goals, targets, Jerry's hydration level. If you remember, I said 4 liters, too much of water. Again, it got updated nicely. Today's insights of Jerry, 15 September. That was the date we entered for 15 September. Coding hours were 2 on that day. Jerry did 40 minutes of yoga. Correct, perfect. It updated from 55 to 40 as we chose 40 minutes for 15th. And if you remember, I said just to make it easy, we'll enter the course names. You can see here it's automata and you can see here it's data structures. And the graph is again for that day. Now let's just say we try to access a random date. It will say, oops, no data for 11th September because we did not enter it. Let's just get today's data. Fetch previous entry. Your data entry for 23rd September has been loaded. Great. As you can see, it updated the options correctly, which is joyful, melancholic, curious. Hydration level, we chose 2 liters. September 23rd, Monday, coding was 3 hours, which is different again, which we choose. It's same as that. First time for September 5th, we chose 1. Then for 15, we chose 2. And then we had chosen 3 for September 23rd. Stretching. As I said, we selected 30 minutes. We jumped from 55 to 40 to 30 from 5th September to 15th September and then today 23rd. And we did not select any activity, so it's no. And this is the graph and everything. So as you can see, all requirements were being satisfied correctly. There is nothing which I missed, so it's all set to get full points. Please let me know if you want to see anything further. And another thing, as per the requirement, it's fetching all the data entries correctly for the components. Requirement was for 3 to 6 activities, it's one. Then here is the other one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Thank you so much. The project was really nice. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks.